I am doing a triathlon. Yes, I'm so excited. So this is the first of hopefully many vlogs about my triathlon journey. And I'm just expecting these first ones to be a bit awkward, but it is what it is. I'm very excited. So the story of it goes, essentially last summer, I went for a 1 mile run after Eric had gone for a run and I wanted to show him up. Then after the next couple days, I just kept going on a run just to try it, to say that I could, basically to prove to myself that I could. And I thought, oh, well, it's not actually that bad. I've been thinking about something that would challenge me, something that would give me kind of like a long-term goal to chase. Been inspired by a lot of like hybrid athletes who are just doing cool things. And then I also wanted a goal that would help me prioritize my time this year and myself and my time. Basically, I noticed that last year I was giving up reading after a good portion of the year because I was tired from work. My lifts and my bikes became inconsistent after I was working a lot. Honestly, that's what it was. I had a lot of life going on and I was working quite a bit. And I was listening to a podcast by the Fair Play author. I'm forgetting her name. But essentially, she talks about having a unicorn space where there's something that gives you a sense of community, creativity, and completion. Or yeah, a sense of community, sense of creativity, and sense of completion. And when I thought about that, I really just like grabbed onto it. I just clung to that idea. I love that. Honestly, I love a trifecta, which is ironic for a triathlon. But I'm just so inspired by jack of all trades athletes. And I feel like I'm nothing special. I grew up swimming. I played golf, played hockey, I played volleyball, I tried basketball and track, but those didn't last very long at all. I lifted, I got into cycling and Zumba and aerial, and then in the pandemic, what I really focused on was cycling because I could do that outside and I could do that with friends at a distance. And Eric and I just bike around town all the time now. It's kind of like our thing. We lift too. But I don't have a primary interest or a primary goal with any of those. And I think that just having something that kind of centers me and grounds me and has a plan is what I'm into. But I'm not a runner. All that to say, I hate running. I know I can swim. I was a very confident swimmer for a long time. I love biking, so 24 miles isn't that hard. And running is the big kind of catch. So all that to say, a triathlon. I just thought to myself, whoa, if I could run 2-3 miles, I can definitely do a triathlon. I just felt it. I just like grasped onto this idea. So I wrote actually down a bunch of little post-it notes, and the Olympic triathlon is the one that I think that I'm most gravitating towards because it's a 1,500 meter swim, which right now I can do in the pool in about an hour. So if I train, I know that I can bring that down and be a lot more confident. It's a 40-kilometer bike ride, which is 24.8 miles, 24 to 24.8 miles. Reasonable, very doable. And then a run is a 10K, which is 6.2. And that is my biggest barrier. For sure. Biggest barrier. So I know that I'm going to have to train. I know that I'm going to have to try. I know that I'm going to have to commit, but I can do that. So first thing I did when I decided this was got myself a YMCA membership, for the pool and the treadmill. In the track, I guess I'll run on the track and the treadmill in the winter. But I did not want to wait until the spring to start running. But I don't want to get injured. So it's like this whole back and forth. When it comes to running, that's the back and forth. Swimming is just something I want to do twice a week. Eric built a beautiful garage gym, so we have a good place to lift. And I have an at-home bike studio. I'm very fortunate to have my bike on a trainer with a TV in front of me so I can watch movies, television, YouTube, mainly YouTube. But I bike pretty often before work, during work, after work. So I know that I can do this. But basically, I'm just doing a lot of research. I am calling some friends who I know are athletes in these specific areas that I admire, or I have a couple of friends who have done triathlons, so I have called them and gotten some of the insider trading knowledge on that. I'm telling a lot of people, which holds me accountable, making a YouTube, which will hold me accountable. So there are quite a few things that I want to talk about in this kind of like YouTube journey for the next 6 or 7 months. I think having something fun is going to make it more enjoyable to keep training, to like stay intentional more than motivated, kind of keep me focused. So definitely want to talk about picking a race, which I need to do pretty soon here. I want to talk about a training plan, how I can keep lifting and not get injured. I want to talk about food and sleep and my Whoop, my training, recovery, best bud. So I can be an influencer. And then gear, buying stuff. I want to talk about like inspiration, motivation. I want to also do some vlog style. Take people with me on my day, do some training, do some work, do some life, everything that I do. I think it would be kind of fun to like show a day in the life. So in the world of inspiration, I was gifted these Crush Your Goals cards, which I kind of stuck away and pull out every once in a while, but I have one on my desk by Issa Rae that I love. I've had that one out for like years now, I think, like since I got this. But there are two that I'm kind of starting this journey with. And one is from Mel Robbins, who I think is a lawyer. I don't know what she does, but I know she does TED Talks. Her quote is, "Start before you're ready. Don't prepare, begin." And so that is what I'm doing here. It's what I'm doing in my training. It's what I'm doing kind of in life. I just keep going. And then the second one is Ray Dalio. He is a hedge fund bro. He's a billionaire, old white guy, but he says, "Remember that great expectations create great capabilities. If you limit your goals to what you know you can achieve, you're setting the bar way too low." Which is something I keep thinking about because I just want to keep trying this stuff. I just want to push myself. I want to have a goal. It's kind of like when you're applying for a job. 30% that interests you. That's like swimming. There's 30% that you know how to do, you're confident in. That's cycling. And then 30% that scares the shit out of you, and that's running. I wonder if all triathletes feel that way. I wonder if I'm allowed to call myself a triathlete. It took me like a month to figure out how to spell triathlon, so I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. I think there's going to be a lot of figuring it out, both with the triathlon and with YouTube, but I'm excited to figure it out, and I feel like the next 6 or 7 months are going to be great because my goal is to kind of keep a record of this and like have a lot of fun vlogging what I'm doing, because I find these vlogs very fun. I hope somebody else does too. So, yeah, that's it. That was a good first take.